Hey guys, it's DC and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my Young and the Restless review, Winter Wonderland. Now, the thing about it is with YNR, Lily wises up. Lily wises up. I was glad because it seems like my buddy Samuel was right? Victor will not be able to win. And plus it's boring. Victor has been winning for years on this show. It's getting a little tired. Devon put Lily onto game, and it's not like Lily didn't already know what type of man that Victor was. But the thing about it is that now Lily knows how to move. And she might still come back and join Chance Enterprise so she can have a job and have something to look forward to. But now she knows how to move with these people, because the thing about Victor is that Victor eats his young. And so if he's going to eat his young, how would he treat other people? Lily thought she was going to be so different just because she was Neil's daughter. Sis, Neil was never the CEO at New Enterprises, even though he should have been. And in all respect, he probably would never have been the CEO at Jibbo either. But Jack is not, see, this is the difference between Victor and Jack. Jack is not manipulative, Victor is. Jack will not string you along, Victor would. Maybe Jack did in the past, but not anymore. Jack is mature, he's past that point. So let's say if Victor and Jack were both grouchy old men, right? Just a grouchy old man. You know those grouchy old men you grew up with when you were a kid, like running around as a kid, for those of you guys who were around that age range. Back in the day where you were running around playing with kids in the neighborhood, and there was always that grouchy old man, grouchy old woman on their porch, and you'd be dared to like have a ball go on their front lawn. Jack would be the type of old man like, listen, kids, don't have no balls in my front yard, okay? Here you guys go, but let's try not to make this happen again, okay, guys? Or Victor would be the grouchy man, be like, hey, your ball's in my front yard, okay? I have a problem with that. You do it again, I will destroy you. I will destroy your whole family. I will take you down, okay? Very well. You have one last time. I will take you down, you and your whole entire family, okay? All right? You've been warned. That's Victor Newman, right? Well, better yet, Victor wouldn't even give you that warning. Victor would say, Your basketball is under my front yard. It's mine now, okay? And because this happened, I'm gonna destroy you and your family, all right? You all be destroyed. That's Victor Newman, guys. That's Victor Newman for you. And that's the difference between him and Jack. Jack wouldn't try those type of things. Jack wouldn't do those kind of things to people, right? So that's my whole thing. And the thing about it is that Victor respects Devon because Devon does not cater to Victor. He doesn't try to impress Victor. He's not scared of Victor. Him and Victor are on the same level in his mind, even though technically they're really not. But in Devon's mind, there are, and that's why Victor respects the hell out of him. It's kind of like when Amber Rose was on Candace Owens' podcast a while back ago, and you could tell that she was just not trying to impress Candace Owens. She was just like, I'm just gonna be real about whatever. Weird example that I just gave there. I don't know what y'all thinking, damn, DC watches Candace Owens? But the point I'm trying to make is this. The point I'm trying to make is this. Don't miss the point, guys. Do not miss the point, okay? Is that Devon is not going to try to cater to Victor. He's not. Now, let's talk about Kyle versus Jack. I'm confused because I feel like Jack and Diane have been, they're not the most perfect people in the world, but they're pretty fair with Kyle. And it seems that Kyle is going to end up in a heap of trouble that only Jack and Diane can save him from. It's kind of similar to when, on As the World Turns, when Andy Dixon ran over Leanne Hughes, and it was Kim and John that had to save him and bail him out in the end.
Loving you doesn't change what you've done. And we have got to let you go. And you have got to face the consequences of the laws you have broken. I pray with all of my heart that Leanne pulls through. Even if she does, you are going to have to spend the rest of your life knowing you could just as well have killed her on the spot. I don't envy you that.
And when am I going back to the hospital?
What's going to happen to me? It's up to the authorities now.
The police tell us that we could get you a lawyer.
But maybe it's possible that Diane and Jack are just gonna let him rot, which he would deserve it. They're pretty pretty fair people. I just don't know what's Kyle's problem. It's got to be deeper than this because it's doing too much for me. Okay, Sharon and Heather. This is really such a dark storyline. Darker than when they killed off David Kimball on Lionheart. Do you remember when David Kimball got eviscerated by the trash compactor? And then, you know, Cricket was like, oh my God, David! But low-key, Cricket was happy that David got taken by the trash compactor. She was kind of happy, low-key. She was a little bit happy, low-key. Because he had been traumatized her, so she was low-key kind of happy. She was low-key kind of happy about that, right? The thing about it is I was hoping that this was all going to be in Sharon's mind, and it wasn't. I'm like, damn, writers, what did Sharon Case do to you guys? What did she do? I was hoping that Sharon was going to become the next Marlena Evans for the show, but that wasn't going to happen. And why haven't the writers still haven't had Daniel and Mariah have a scene yet to talk about casting? Why hasn't that still not happened? I got to emphasize one more time, why has not Daniel had a conversation with Mariah, the woman who looks exactly like Cassie? Why has that not happened yet on YNR? I know that YNR is a slow burn, but here's my thing, right? Even with it being a slow burn show, they eventually do get there. I mean, it only took them like over a decade to finally reveal that Phyllis is the one who ran over Cricket all those years ago. I don't know why they did that, but okay. And you see they're finally gonna have Phyllis have a conversation with Lucy next week about Sheila, or hopefully, which I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna go. So last point here is Nate Hastings and Amy Davis. So here's the thing I wanted to talk about Victor and the Glissade thing. How much better would it have been had Mamie been the mystery investor? Imagine Mamie Johnson going up against Victor Newman. How much more better storylines we could have gotten from that. But we didn't get it, unfortunately. Yeah. So the Hastings, Barbers, Winters, Johnson, Hamilton clan are getting a whole new storyline, but I'm just like, why not just finish the stuff that's already been on the table for you guys? I don't know. I wanted Mamie to be established as her matriarch, but we're not getting that. Every family needs a head. Someone who's driving the ship. And soaps were big on families. But is it maybe a representation of society that people are not so big on families anymore than they used to be? Because families were at the cornerstone of soaps, and now we're not seeing that as much anymore. I mean, definitely not with the Barbers, Winters, Hastings, Johnson, Hamilton clan. I don't know. It takes away a lot from me seeing that. It really does take away a lot from me seeing that. So I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that, though? But anyways, guys, that's my Young and the Restless review, Winter Wonderland. Anything I didn't cover in these two reviews, by the way, guys, is just because it's something that I don't have any thoughts on as of yet. But if you're liking the content post, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, I'm going to be doing a review on the audio drama at some point, Forever and a Day, seasons 1 through 4. And I'm going to talk about how one of their couples on that show was given the Tariah treatment. And this show is written and produced by Casey Hutchinson and Candice Mack. Candice Mack, the Black Erna Phillips, as I call her. But they did give that couple the Tariah treatment. They know what I'm talking about. If Candice Mack sees this, she knows what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, but they're still great and amazing shows. Anyways, guys, there's also the Evergreen audio drama. That is actually pretty good. That is a pretty damn good audio drama. It's really good. And I think for people who've never listened to audio dramas before, I would recommend Evergreen because it gives that speed that if I were to compare Evergreen, so I would compare Forever and a Day to like Oswald Turner's Guiding Light, Tomorrow's a New Day, and to like Passions in a sense. And Evergreen, I would compare Evergreen to, what's the soap I would compare Evergreen to? Man, what's the soap I would compare Evergreen to? I feel like I'm still thinking. It kind of gives me a little bit of like a Bold and the Beautiful kind of vibe. Not from a glamorousness, but just, it seems like it's very more essentially focused on one family, which is pretty much what B&B is. So if I had to give a comparison of a soap, I would say, I think it would be that one. There's probably another soap that I would make the comparison to, but I just haven't thought of it yet. Maybe like Search for Tomorrow too, a little bit. I feel a little bit of those remnants in there. But anyways, guys, this is my Young the Restless review, Winter Wonderland. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. I got stuff to do. I got papers to write. We got things to do up in this mother lover, okay? And speaking of know what? The hurricane is over here in Florida, but people are crying about this hurricane from Monday, and it hadn't even come yet. And I'm like, how are you crying over something that hasn't even happened yet? And the news and the media, they are so good. They came out with these articles, 10 people died from Hurricane Milton, but millions are without power. I was like, ooh, I see what you did there. I see you. You gave the truth, but then you came with another hype in between. Okay, I see you though. I see you. I see what you do, Papa. I see you. It's giving the Spectator. It's what it's giving. It's giving the Spectator. Anyways, guys, that's my review. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.